Over 60 and waking up to stiff, shaky legs. You might think it's just aging, but what if I told you three specific vitamins, often ignored by mainstream medicine, quietly decide how strong, stable, and safe your legs feel each morning? Here's the unsettling part. Missing even one of these nutrients can triple your risk of falling, slow muscle repair by 37%, and make nighttime cramps 42% more likely. Yet they don't make headlines because they're inexpensive, not patented, and not profitable. But for older adults, they're life-changing. Margaret, 74, used to keep a flashlight by her bed, not because she feared the dark, but because every time she stood up at night, her legs trembled like twigs. She had no idea her body was starving, not for calories, but for the right repair tools. Science backs this up. The National Institute on Aging confirms muscle strength after 60 depends not just on movement, but on micronutrients that support nerve function, repair tissue, and manage inflammation while you sleep. After working with seniors for over 30 years, I've seen one pattern repeat itself. The moment these missing vitamins are restored, recovery begins. Legs grow steadier, balance returns, sleep deepens. Independence comes back into focus. That's why this video isn't just information. It's a wake-up call, especially if you've noticed even a slight decline in your leg strength, reaction time, or nighttime comfort. Comment yes plus the country you're watching from if this sounds like your story. I read every comment and offer personal advice below. And subscribe if you're ready to protect your legs, your balance, and your future. Starting tonight. Let's begin with B12, the quiet electrician of your nervous system. And one of the most overlooked causes of unsteady legs after 60, if you've ever stood up from bed and felt your legs hesitate, if your feet sometimes tingle or go numb, or if you've caught yourself misstepping, even on flat ground, it's time to consider this one essential nutrient. Vitamin B12 is not about strength. It's about signal. It builds and maintains the myelin sheath, the protective layer that insulates your nerves. Without it, your brain's messages to your legs are delayed, distorted, or lost entirely. Think of your nerves as a phone line. B12 is the technician who keeps that line clear. Without it, your muscles might be fine, but the message to move gets garbled. For Margaret, 72, this was life-changing. She wasn't weak, she was sharp. But every time she stepped into the shower, she clung to the rail like a lifeline. Her doctor told her it was just aging, but a second opinion revealed low B12. 10 days into supplementing, she stood straighter. Her reflexes returned. Her fear of falling began to fade. Studies back this up. In a 2018 review from the Journal of Neurology, seniors with low B12 had slower reaction times, weaker balance scores, and a higher rate of unexplained falls. Nearly 43% of adults over 60 show signs of B12 deficiency, even those who eat meat and dairy. Why? Because stomach acid declines with age, and B12 needs that acid to separate from food and absorb. Even worse, common medications like antacids or diabetes drugs can further block it, meaning you might be eating enough, but absorbing almost nothing. Symptoms often appear subtle: a little fatigue, a little shakiness, maybe some forgetfulness. But over time, these become serious. Leg weakness, nerve damage, falls. The fix isn't complicated, but the form matters. Look for methylcobalamin, the active version of B12 your body can use immediately. A sublingual tablet dissolved under your tongue bypasses the gut entirely and gets straight into your bloodstream. It's faster, more efficient, especially at night. Why before bed? Because nerve repair is most active during sleep. B12 taken at night supports red blood cell production, oxygen delivery, and rebuilding damaged nerve insulation while you rest. Picture this. As you sleep, B12 flows quietly through your bloodstream, reconnecting broken pathways, calming misfiring nerves, preparing your legs to wake up responsive, balanced, and ready to move. One simple nutrient, one nightly habit, but a powerful difference in how your legs feel each morning. And this is just the beginning. Now let's talk about vitamin D3, often called the sunshine vitamin, But for your legs, it might as well be called the strength switch. Without enough D3, your muscles don't respond the way they should. They hesitate. They ache. They fatigue quickly, even after simple tasks like standing up or walking across the room. And the worst part? Most older adults don't even know they're low. After 60, your skin's ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight drops by up to 75%. Add in sunscreen, long sleeves, or staying indoors, and it becomes nearly impossible to make enough. That's why over 70% of seniors in the US are deficient, and the consequences show up silently in your legs. For Robert, age 68, it started as a mild soreness in his calves. He figured it was just stiffness. But soon he was avoiding stairs, sitting more, walking less. Within months, his balance declined, and so did his confidence. A simple blood test revealed his D3 level was far below optimal. 3 months after nightly supplementation, combined with light exercise, Robert was walking laps around his block again. Stronger, steadier, and smiling. Vitamin D3 is not just about bones. It plays a direct role in muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to rebuild fibers while you sleep. It reduces inflammation inside your muscles, supports the release of growth hormone, and helps shuttle calcium into the places it's needed most, your bones and muscle cells. Think of D3 as the foreman of your muscle recovery crew. Without it, your repair team shows up, but the instructions are missing, the right tools are in the wrong places, and the job stays unfinished. In 2021, a clinical study in the Journal of Geriatric Rehabilitation found that seniors who took vitamin D3 before bed saw a 19% increase in lower body strength and a 34% reduction in fall risk after just 12 weeks. That's not magic. That's biology working properly. So how do you take it? Always pair vitamin D3 with a small amount of healthy fat, like a slice of avocado, a few almonds, or a teaspoon of olive oil. D3 is fat-soluble, meaning it absorbs best with food. And while most people take it in the morning, nighttime can be just as effective, if not more. That's when your muscles are in full repair mode and your body is most ready to put D3 to use. Imagine this. You close your eyes for the night, your breathing slows, and inside your cells, vitamin D3 is at work, guiding calcium to your muscle fibers, silencing inflammation, and turning on the genes your muscles need to grow stronger. No strain, no gym, just biological harmony, quietly building strength while you rest. For Helen, 74, this changed everything. After a small fall in her kitchen, she became fearful of moving too much. Her son insisted she try D3 supplementation at night. Within weeks, her recovery improved. She started walking to the mailbox again, then around the block. Now she says, "I feel like my legs belong to me again." That's the power of one simple shift. Giving your body the tools it needs at the exact time it needs them. And remember, D3 does not work alone. It has a vital partner in the process of directing calcium, and without that partner, calcium can end up in the wrong places. Which brings us to the next essential nutrient for leg strength and safety after 60. But strength isn't just about muscles or nerves. It's about precision, and that's where vitamin K2 steps in. It's the nutrient most people never hear about. Yet without it, calcium can become more of a problem than a solution. Vitamin K2 works like a traffic officer inside your body. Its job is simple but essential: guide calcium out of your blood and into your bones and muscles, where it actually belongs. Without K2, calcium can build up in the wrong places, your arteries, joints, even your kidneys, causing stiffness, poor circulation, and fragile muscles. For Linda, age 75, the warning signs were subtle. Her knees began to feel tight after sitting. Her lower legs ached during evening walks. She chalked it up to just getting old, but her doctor suspected otherwise. Blood work confirmed low K2 and early signs of calcium buildup in her arteries. After 8 weeks of nighttime K2 supplementation, the change was striking. Her stride was looser, her knees less stiff, her energy steadier. She hadn't turned back the clock, but she had taken back control. K2 is especially powerful when paired with vitamin D3. Here's how D3 increases calcium in your bloodstream. That's good, but only if that calcium gets delivered to the right tissues. K2 activates a protein called osteocalcin, which locks calcium into your bones. It also switches on matrix Gallet protein, which keeps calcium from sticking to your artery walls. In short, D3 gives you the raw material. K2 ensures it's used wisely. Imagine building a house. D3 is the bricks, but K2 is the blueprint and the builder. Without it, bricks are scattered, piled up in the wrong places, blocking the hallway instead of forming the wall. But when K2 is present, everything goes where it's supposed to, safe, strong, and stable. In a 2021 study published in Nutrients, adults over 65 who took K2 for 8 weeks saw a 21% increase in thigh muscle strength and a 31% improvement in balance. That's not from exercise alone. That's from unlocking the body's natural ability to rebuild. Once the right nutrient shows up, the form matters too. Look for K2 as MK7. It stays in the body longer and works in sync with your nighttime recovery cycle. Take it together with D3, ideally during your evening snack. A few walnuts, some full-fat yogurt, or a spoonful of nut butter will help both absorb efficiently. And remember, K2 does not work overnight, but over weeks and months, it's one of the most powerful ways to restore mobility. Not just by strengthening bones, but by keeping your blood vessels clear, your joints supple, and your legs ready to move when you are. James 70 calls K2 the quiet miracle. After years of knee stiffness and being told he had early arthritis, he added MK7 to his nightly routine. Within 2 months, he was back to biking 3 times a week. It didn't make me young, he says. It just made me feel like me again. And that's what these nutrients are about. Not magic, not false promises, just giving your body what it's been missing and letting it do the rest. Now that you know the 3 essential vitamins, B12, D3, and K2, let's talk about how to use them the right way at the right time so your body can make the most of every dose. So how do you actually take these vitamins to get real results? The answer lies in timing, and for that, you need a simple bedtime routine. Think of this like prepping your body's internal repair team before the night shift begins. You don't just throw nutrients in and hope for the best. You deliver them when your body's most ready to use them, about 30 to 60 minutes before sleep. Start with vitamin B12. If you're using the sublingual form, methylcobalamin, let it dissolve slowly under your tongue. No chewing, no rushing. This method bypasses the gut and delivers B12 straight to the bloodstream, where it can begin restoring nerve signals and oxygen flow by the time you're asleep. Next, move to vitamin D3 and K2. These two work best when taken together, ideally with a small evening snack that contains healthy fats. Fat helps both nutrients absorb efficiently. Think a few slices of avocado, a spoonful of almond butter, or some full-fat Greek yogurt. Not much, just enough to carry the vitamins into your system. Here's a sample rhythm many older adults find helpful: 8:30 p.m. light movement, like walking in place or gentle stretching. This wakes up blood circulation and primes muscles to receive nutrients. 8:45 p.m. sublingual B12 under the tongue. Sit down, breathe, let it dissolve as you relax. 8:50 p.m. snack plus D3 plus K2. You're feeding the repair crew. 9 p.m. dim the lights. Avoid screens. Try 4-4-4. Breathing, inhale 4 counts. Hold 4. Exhale 4. Tell your nervous system it's time to heal. 9:15 p.m. In bed, no alarms. Let the work begin. You don't need to hit these exact minutes, but the consistency matters. Going to bed at roughly the same time helps regulate your internal clock, boosts melatonin, and aligns your vitamin timing with your body's natural repair cycle. To remember your vitamins, place them next to your toothbrush, or set a nightly reminder on your phone that says, "Fuel your strength." It's not about discipline, it's about habit. Some people notice changes in a week, others need 3 to 4 weeks. But the difference is real. Your legs may feel lighter in the morning, more grounded, more reliable. The stairs may feel less daunting. That small walk to the mailbox? Easier. And the most powerful part? You're not just taking pills. You're reclaiming rhythm, repairing what's been slipping away, giving your muscles the fuel they've been silently asking for, night after night. This is how strength is rebuilt, not by willpower alone, but by working with your biology. Now let's talk about what else you can do each evening to support your recovery and help these vitamins work even better. These three vitamins set the foundation. But just like building a house, you need more than just bricks. You need the right environment to let strength grow. And for that, your nightly routine must go beyond supplements. Habit 1. Stay hydrated through the day, not just at night. Helen, 74, used to sip a full glass of water right before bed, thinking it would flush out toxins. But it only flushed out her sleep, sending her to the bathroom at 2 a.m., night after night. What she didn't realize was that hydration works best when spread throughout the day. Water helps carry vitamins to your muscles. It cushions joints, boosts circulation, and improves nutrient absorption. But when taken too late, it disrupts sleep, the very time your body is doing its deepest repair. So here's the fix: aim to drink 80% of your water before 7 p.m. Then take just a small sip with your bedtime snack. Not a full glass, just enough to swallow your supplements and soothe your throat. Habit 2. Eat light and skip the sugar. Every night, your body must choose digest or repair. Heavy carb-loaded meals force your system to stay active longer, focusing on breaking down food instead of healing tissue. Robert, 68, used to eat late dinners. White rice, pasta, sometimes dessert. He didn't realize this kept his insulin high, his inflammation elevated, and his muscles under-repaired. He'd wake up sore, stiff, wondering why his legs felt worse than the day before. The switch? A smaller, protein-focused dinner before 7 p.m. Think grilled chicken, lentils, or steamed vegetables with olive oil. It's not about starving. It's about making space for sleep to do its work. Habit 3. Gentle movement before bed. Margaret, 76, swears by her 5-minute bedtime routine. Not exercise, just activation. She stands beside her bed, rolls her ankles, does 10 slow calf raises, and stretches her hamstrings with a towel. That's it. This light movement boosts circulation, helps the vitamins reach your leg muscles more effectively, and signals your nervous system the day is done. Now it's time to heal. It also prevents a common issue in older adults: stagnation. Long periods of sitting during the day slow down nutrient delivery. A little movement before bed reawakens your blood flow without stimulating your heart too much. Together, these three habits, hydration, clean eating, and gentle movement, form a triangle of support. They amplify the effects of B12, D3, and K2. They tell your body, I'm serious about getting stronger. And they remind you that recovery isn't passive. It's active, intentional, and within reach. You don't need perfection, just consistency. These aren't extreme changes. They're doable, sustainable actions. And with time, they compound, like interest in a savings account. So tonight, choose one. Drink most of your water earlier. Or stretch your legs before sleep. Or trade dessert for something your muscles can actually use. Small choices build strong foundations. And in the next section, we'll show you exactly how those choices begin to pay off, what changes to look for, and how to track your body's response week by week. I've spent more than 3 decades helping older adults fight back against decline, and I've seen something extraordinary: the body's ability to respond, even after 60, 70, 80. But only if we stop waiting and start building. Your muscles aren't gone. They're waiting for the right signal. Your nerves aren't broken. They're waiting for the right nutrients. And your strength, it's not lost. It's simply been paused by time, by habits, by missing tools. But that changes tonight. This is not about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming function, walking without fear, climbing stairs without stopping, getting out of bed and feeling stable, grounded, ready for the day. Imagine this: 30 days from now, you're standing at the bottom of a staircase. No hesitation. You lift your foot, one step, then another. Your legs feel strong, reliable, like they belong to you again. That future is not a fantasy. It's a biological response. When you give your body what it needs, it answers. Not with miracles, but with progress. Day by day, night by night. Magnesium helps your muscles release tension and sleep deeper. Vitamin D3 strengthens the contractions that lift you. Vitamin B12 sharpens the signals that tell your legs to move, and K2 ensures your bones stay strong enough to support it all. Add to that hydration, light movement, and a meal that nourishes, not drains, and you've built more than a routine. You've built a system, a feedback loop of healing. So here's my challenge to you tonight. Take that first step. Lay out your vitamins, stretch your legs, go to bed with intention, and tomorrow morning, pay attention. How do your legs feel? Are you standing taller? Breathing easier? Keep going. Journal it, share it, tell a friend. Because strength is not just personal, it's contagious. And if you're ready to be part of a global movement of older adults reclaiming their strength, hit subscribe. Comment yes in your country below. Let's build this community, one step, one leg, one night at a time. The time isn't someday, it's tonight.